Hey you guys, so in today's video we're going to be doing a SHEIN wig install. I've been getting a lot of requests. Originally when I was getting these requests, I was like, SHEIN wigs. I was literally thinking like synthetic, costume, Party City, you know what I mean? And I was like, nah, I'm good. And then I kept getting requests. One of the requests that I got, she commented like, she didn't just say try a SHEIN wig. She was like, sis, SHEIN has, you know, human hair wigs, virgin hair, whatever, frontals, closure wigs, all that. So I was like, okay. So y'all know me. I went on SHEIN and this is the bag that it came in. It's like the typical packaging. It didn't come in a box. It just came in this bag. But I'm gonna show you guys what's inside of here. But before I do, I wanna give you the details straight from the SHEIN app for my order. This is the page right here. You guys can see the wig right there. So this is my order right here. It doesn't show my address or anything, so don't worry guys, but it is the wig. It's a 4x4. So we're up for a little challenge today because I haven't worn a 4x4 closure in years, okay? I don't even know what to do with a 4x4 closure, but we're gonna try, we're gonna attempt today. So it's a 4x4 lace front, 150% density, long, straight human hair wig, and your girl got 32 inches because y'all know I love me some inches. And I wanted to see what they was hitting for on SHEIN. So basically I'm gonna open up this bag and we're gonna see what's inside. But on the front, it just says 100% virgin human hair. And that's what the bag looks like, y'all see it? I'm just gonna dump everything out. Okay, so literally it's just the wig. There's nothing else in here. There's no extra goodies or anything like that, which I'm not gonna say I was expecting that, but I guess I'm so used to that from like hair companies, but SHEIN is not a hair company, so yeah, that's fine with me, no biggie. But this is the wig. Okay, that's what it looks like. And I just installed this wig in a video that'll be up probably before this one, maybe, I don't know. But if it isn't, I will link this video down below for this hair because I know someone's gonna ask. This hair is bomb, okay? But we're talking about SHEIN today, SHEIN. So I am gonna take all this stuff off. What it looks like. So I am a 250% density girl. So this was a little bit difficult for me, not gonna lie, because I love my wigs to be thick. Okay, sis, thick. But this is 150%, very natural density, but I'm gonna be real with y'all, it's looking a little thin, okay? Looking a little thin, but that's cool. I'll probably just add some layers or something like that to make it look a little fuller. So that's what the closure looks like. It actually looks like a pretty decent size. It is 4x4, but it looks a little bit bigger for some reason. I don't know what that's about, but that's cool. The more space, the merrier. It has a comb here, and one right here, which I personally never use because I don't be trying to rip my hair out, and I don't actually ever need the combs, so yeah. So what I use to bleach my knots is the BW2 powder. And then I also found this liquid bleach or liquid developer online. It makes it a lot easier to mix the color because it is liquid and it just moves quicker. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I like this and I'll link it below. I don't know exactly where I got it from because I bought it like in January of this year, but I'll try to find this exact one online and I will link it below. Ooh. One scoop. Yeah, we're gonna do 1.5 because I feel like one may not be enough. I don't know. I literally pour the smallest amount at a time. So I went and got a piece of aluminum foil and I'm just going to take my little wig and make sure none of the hairs are like all over the place. And even if they are, since I'm going to be watercoloring the hair after the fact, that's okay if some of the hairs turn blonde because I could easily just dye them black when I color it. So now that I have this completely covered, I'm going to flip it over onto the aluminum foil, and I'm just gonna let it sit for 20 to 25 minutes, preferably 25, just to make sure it's all good. And you could fold up the aluminum foil to make sure it's in there. Today I'm gonna be using semi-permanent just because I just got it and I just wanna use it. So while this is heating up, I don't want it to get like scorching hot. I'm going to pour some of this in this plastic bowl. And I use this same bowl every time I watercolor hair, because you don't want to be using your dishes and the dishes that you use to cook with and all that, you don't want to be using those to color hair with. So this is the bowl that I use every single time. And then when I'm done, I just put bleach in it to get out any of the staining. So this is gonna be what I use to watercolor the rest of the hair, but I'm gonna go in at the roots with a, what is it called? A spoolie, is that what it's called? And brush the hair on so I don't get it on the lace. And I'm going to make sure it's warm. If I'm getting water, I'm just water, it's not getting warm, it's soaking. So I think this is warm enough, I don't need to hot this. Put it on my hand, I'm pressing it slowly. And then remove the curl, with the sand on it, let it blow. And just cut it and add a little bit more black. And then I also have a whisk that I use for just, mixing up hair color and stuff. So I'm gonna mix this into water. And there's a way to color the lace without coloring the lace. So that's good enough. And now, so I got my aluminum foil. I'm gonna comb all this hair back. Thankfully, it's just a 4x4 closure, so you don't really have to work with a lot of space, which I'm so happy about. So for me, this is a very quick process, but if you don't do this or you've never done it before, I would go really slow so you don't kind of defeat the purpose of what you just did. So what I'm gonna do is put a little bit of hair color just a tad away from the roots, not directly at the root. And then I'm gonna take the spoolie, I got these on Amazon, and comb that in. And make sure you get close to the root, but obviously don't touch the lace of the wig because that's defeating the purpose, right? So I'm going to take the wig now, grab my watercolor, and I'm just gonna hold the wig by the closure tab on the front. And now I'm just gonna dunk it in here. Lift it up to make sure all the hair is getting saturated. And you kind of want to like tilt the wig back a little bit so that it gets to the roots without getting on the freaking closure. Now that all the hair is completely saturated, what I'm gonna do is sink it into the water as much as I can without it being like, without the closure being in the water. And then I'm going to take off this glove so I don't touch it with this. And I'm gonna grab these little clips and I'm going to put them on the side, not on the closure, but just right outside of the closure to hold the wig above the water. So I'm gonna show you guys. So basically I have the clips on the outside of the closure. Can y'all see that? And it's literally holding it right at the closure. So all of the rest of the hair is in the water. And if you want to make sure like this part gets colored, you could just go ahead and squirt some of the color on there and just make sure. Or you can kind of like move the water up the side, if that makes sense, to get it colored. But that side is gonna be covered with the actual hair from the closure, so I'm not too worried about it. But I'm gonna let this sit for like 20 minutes, I'll say. And then we'll be back for the conditioning process. I'm gonna let it sit and air dry overnight, and then we're going to install it tomorrow. Okay, so here we are at the installation process, and I have Miss Shein right here sitting on the mannequin head. I was kind of playing around with it to see if I wanted to do a middle part or a side part, but I'm gonna put it on my head first so I can see. I'm looking in this mirror right here. You probably can see it in the corner. But I don't know if I want to do a middle part or a side part with this one. Okay, so if I did a side part, I would still keep it in the middle. And then I'm going to take my comb and create like a curved shape on the side. But you obviously want to make sure you cover the track. So you can get as close as possible, but just don't reveal that piece of hair or that track underneath there. I think that's freaking bleach on there, which I can just easily cover with some makeup, but I think I'm gonna do a side part instead. So what I'm gonna do real quick is take this off and then put some makeup on the closure because I clearly still have freaking bleach on it, which is crazy. So now I'm gonna go in with my Cara wax stick, or Cara wax stick, and I'm going to mold this part over. As you can see, I molded it to a middle part, so it's kind of stuck there. So I'm going to start right here. Okay, so I know you do this at the end, but it's really bothering me. So I'm just gonna take some of this LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn, and I'm just going to fix up this part a little bit. Okay, so to get this installed nice and flat, I'm going to push that back, and I'm going to cut off these little tabs at the very edge of both sides of the closure. And then sometimes what I do, because it doesn't necessarily get all of this off, I just cover this up with like some black eyeliner or some black eyeshadow or something black that's going to camouflage that little piece right there, because if I cut that off, then I'll literally be cutting the wig, and I don't want her to just start unraveling or nothing crazy. So yeah, I'm going to cut this side off too. So I'm going to go in with this Even Wonder Lace Bond, and I've been really liking this spray. It's strong, okay? So I like to use this when I'm doing a quick install because it dries really quickly, and I just like the hold that it has. I have not worn this like overnight or for a period of time, like over a week or something like that. So I couldn't tell you how long this lasts for anyone who's gonna ask, but if you have used this for installs that you're gonna wear for like more than a week or even a few days, I've just only worn this for one-day installs and it works like a dream, but I don't know how long it lasts. So if you do, then just leave that down below for anyone. But I'm just gonna spray. So instead of using like, I don't think I have any right here, but instead of using the elastic that you would buy in like the little rolls that you can use to put inside of your wigs to make them fit tighter or make them glueless, this is literally just for your edges. So I highly recommend you get one of these. I don't know where they sell them, but I'm sure a lot of people sell them. I'm pretty sure you could probably find this on Amazon, but it's just called, well, at least it says on here, a edge melt band. And I actually got this from Asteria Hair. And I'm pretty sure by the time you guys see this video, you will have seen the install where I use this. But I'm just gonna put this on. Like I said, it's 32 inches and it's 150 or 180. Not sure which one exactly, but it will be down below. As you can see, it's not a lot of hair, which y'all know I'm 250. I'm a 250 density type of girl. So this is, it's natural, which is nothing wrong with that. But it just needs a little bit more density at the bottom. You know what I mean? I'm going to straighten this. So first I'm going to put in some bio silk because I am going to be wearing it straight. And I'm only going to put a little bit because sometimes I get a little carried away with this stuff. And it could come off a little oily, a little greasy. And while I'm doing this, it will give this time to really marinate, you know? I'm gonna be using this flat iron that I got from Amazon like a couple years ago at this point. I love it. It's 1.5 inches, as you can see. And it has different heat settings. Right now I have it on 350, but you can turn it up right there. I don't know if I can see that. But it has like the plus and minus button and then the off button. But I'm gonna be using this. I'll link it down below. And I'm gonna straighten the hair. Okay, so now that I finished straightening the hair, as you guys can see, she's a little thin, okay? If you like a natural density, this is perfect for you. But I really am gonna have to cut off at least 1 inch. As you can see over here, I'm probably gonna just cut like right there because I don't wanna lose too much length because I didn't pay for no 32 inches to cut off like 10 inches, you know? So I'm gonna cut off like right there, so that it's blunt, and then I'm just gonna bump the ends just to make it look a little bit thicker, the illusion. So now that I'm done straightening the hair, I'm gonna take off this elastic band and see what we got underneath here. It should definitely be dry. Like, I blow dried it and I straightened my hair for about 15 minutes or so. So it should definitely be dry. So now that we're here, I'm going to take my little edge brush and I'm just gonna comb out the hairspray because it can get a little crunchy. Okay, so now I'm gonna take these little scissors and I'm gonna cut off this extra lace, and it is a little stuck to my forehead. So I'm gonna go get some rubbing alcohol to kind of get this off because I don't want to rip off my edges. So I'll be right back. So I was able to get off some of this, and I actually have to fix my makeup on my forehead because I completely wiped it off. But I do leave a little bit of lace because with closure wigs, I like to leave a little bit. I don't know, it's just something that I do because it makes it easier to install the next time around. So if you wanted to leave it like this, you could just put some makeup on here, but y'all know that is not gonna happen. I love me a good baby hair. So I'm going to take out some hair over here. This is where I want it because sometimes baby hairs can make or break an install, and if you do them weird, it can make you look kind of weird. I don't know if that's just me, but sometimes if I do my baby hairs like weird, I don't know if that makes any sense, like not fitting to my face, then it doesn't come out looking that good. And then I'm gonna try to hot comb this forward. For this side, I'm gonna do the same spot because there's a little piece as well that I want to cover up. So this one I'm going to keep very small because I'll probably have it covered up with the side part anyways. So I'm just going to cut a little bit. So now I have this little white cast right here, and I'm just going to take some powder, and this is the powder I'm going to be using. It's by Ruby Kisses, and this is in the color Honey Brown, and it's pretty much my skin color. I should go ahead and get like one that's a little bit lighter, but this still works because it blends in with my makeup and everything. So I'm just going to take a little brush, and I'm going to cover that right on up. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this back on and let it sit for a little bit, and then I'll be back. I'm gonna trim the ends on camera so you guys can see, and I'm gonna bump them, and then I'll show you guys the final product. So this is the final product. I went ahead and put on a very bright sweater so you guys can see the hair and how it looks a lot thicker, a lot fuller now as opposed to before. I mean, it's obviously still the same density. Nothing's gonna change that unless you go in and add some tracks, which is something that I do to thicken up my wig sometimes. I'll just take some bundles that I find in my hair drawer and I'll glue them in the wig in between the tracks, and it makes it thicker. So I could definitely do that with this wig, but I actually really like the density of this. I like how natural it is. I like how it's not a lot of hair because I'm so used to 250, like I said. So this is just a lot easier to straighten. It didn't take me that long, and it just looks really good. I think I did pretty good for a 4x4 closure. I've personally never done an install on a 4x4 closure to make it kind of look like it's more than a 4x4 closure. If anything, I would say this is giving like a 5x5, but it's actually a 4x4, and I really like the way it turned out. Despite me not liking the density initially, I actually really like it now, and I really can appreciate the way that this looks. Okay, it looks very natural, it's very airy and light, and it's not super hot either, because you know, really thick hair can get real hot real quick. So Overall, would I recommend this wig? Yes, I would. I think it's very beginner friendly, especially if you are not someone who's too big on frontals. I kind of go back and forth with frontals because I want to learn how to master it, but then I kind of don't. So I love that you can do a lot with 4x4, 5x5, 6x6, especially a 4x4 because those are the most affordable. But I'm really loving this. Y'all let me know how you like this install. If you think I did a good job, y'all know I'm not no wig guru over here. I'm just trying to learn and show you guys along the way. So if you guys like this install, let me know down below. I will also have the wig linked down below as well. I do have a SHEIN coupon code. I don't know if it's gonna work on the wig or not, but I will still leave my coupon code down below. So as you can see on the screen, it does work. I went ahead onto the app and put in my 21 Brawny coupon code, and it did take off $38.55. So definitely hop on that, okay? Hop on that because it actually works. And yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that it actually works. Free to save 15% off just in case it does work. I will leave it down below for you guys because that's even more money, you know, you could save on this wig. So yeah, this is a 4x4 32-inch lace closure wig. And I will have all of the details listed down below for you guys. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you guys want to see more videos like this of me experimenting with things that, you know, I don't normally experiment with. If you guys want me to do another SHEIN wig install, I saw this really cute short curly wig that I want to try out. Let me know if y'all want me to do that because I think it would be really cute. But with that being said, we're gonna get out of here, and I love you guys so much. Comment down below if you guys like this look or if you want more videos like this. Like I said, follow me on Instagram so you guys can see me style all the clothes that I show on my channel. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.